Alright, well, thanks for sitting in on my session. Before we start, you guys all know the station exits down there. If we get a call for a job, bathrooms are around the corner, but we're only in 15 minutes, so hopefully everyone's all good. Everyone's comfy, chair's good? Yep. Beautiful. Alright, so what we're doing today for the session is I'm just going to run through new things that are on our intranet. Basically, they keep updating and we don't really get any training. It's, hey, this is here, have a play around, have a look. I know when I came through college, we didn't have the occurrence book online. I was still filling out the book. You guys have been in for a lot longer than me, so I don't know what training you come through now with online stuff, and everything's going online now, all the learning. So, and I'm going to reference it to ventilation because that's what my lecture will be on ventilation. So if you need to look up anything in regards to that, yeah, that's where it's been. So basically, the newest asset we've got to our Fire Brigade Internet is the Learning Hub, which is on the right-hand column down here. And basically anything new they're adding, you can see it's coming up here. Used to just be Station Portal. Real alarm is a smoke alarm. Advertising now, mental health's a big one. But Learning Hub, basically everything being online, all our learning programs are on here. None of them are compulsory yet, but if you want to learn, it's easier than trying to look through a module. Basically they give you some information to read and then they test you on it with some questions just to refresh it. And then yeah, there's courses on there. So if you ever want to jump on there, your username is your Fire Brigade login. So for me it's JAR, the last letters of my name. And it pops up, and then there's your password. And yeah, so this is Learning Hub. Basically, here are my courses, so that's what I've participated in so far. You've got electrical awareness, first one of ventilation, and so on. And then if you scroll down on the right here, available courses. So if you go to a job, or you do something, or you realise, hang on, I'm not skilled in that area, or there's been an issue in the brigade in that, and you want to learn up yourself, these are really good modules to do. As I said, they provide you information and then a few questions after to refresh it. So you just go, I'll click on ventilation there. I've already done module 1. If I was to click on module 2, it'd load, and basically you start from there. So that is the newest one with Learning Hub. Back into the internet. What you find with our internet, I find it kind of strange how they're set up, but there's basically about 5 or 6 options for any category thrown throughout the page. So for example, Station Portal up here, it's again down here. You can find it down the bottom again here. Station Portal is probably our main resource to go to for learning, and once again, things have just been added on here and you don't know. You basically just jump online and hang on, that's popped up. So it's always good to have a look on here and see what you can and can't find. Main things for us are you've got your equipment, recommended practices. There's FireTube, which is basically your learning videos. Safety bulletins, the big one. I mean, we get them printed out for us anytime an issue arises and we need to see that. And you've got your standard operational guidelines, things like that. Learning Hub now, that's in there. So they're all basically links you can click on. Another one is training, one of the links up top here. If you click on training, and then you've got station training program. So if I click on there, I can now go in, and basically it references, there's a lot of categories under there. You've got your BLS, your basic life support, things like that, hazmat theory, and then if we come down, tactical ventilation. So that's one we'll be looking at next session. One of the main things, or I find a bit of an issue sometimes with the internet, is they leave the old stuff on there. They don't, when they update to new things, they don't get rid of the old information. So what you've got here is this was the old information on your tactical ventilation. So you'd go, good, I'm on here, scroll down, I'm going to watch a video related to Fire Behaviour. If you click on that, they've now upgraded FireTube. So you click I'll follow the link. Unfortunately, it only takes you to the new link. It doesn't take you to the video you wanted. So the easiest way to go about that is scroll down. The name of the video was Fire Behaviour. So when you're in there, unfortunately you have to then go up to the search and type in Fire Behaviour, and then you get your videos. So just be mindful that if you're clicking on an old link and it redirects you, unfortunately it doesn't redirect you to the word you've searched, you have to then research it. And also with the searching options there, unfortunately it's not like Google, it doesn't come up with close enough. So if I want to go ventilation, there's no videos on ventilation. That link to Fire Behaviour does have videos on ventilation, but they've labelled it Fire Behaviour. So unfortunately there you've got to...
It's Fire Behaviour.
Yeah, you've got to go and look through Fire Behaviour. So I mean that's a bit of a downfall. So just be wary of that if you've actually got to find the exact names of videos in there. And probably our last main searching option is publications. That there, once again, it's got, as I said, there's links all throughout the pages, but you've got your safety bulletins, you've got your FireTube, which is the new one. That's the link for it. So you there can log in, type in what you want. It's got your recommended practices for equipment, SIMs if you want to do a check and you're not sure if we've updated sheets on the how to go about checking all our equipment. And basically, last of all, is the safest option is you've got a search bar at the top. If you want any information, if you go, I want to go ventilation, I don't know if it's in training, is it a form, where do I find it? Type in up the top. If you're lost, whatever you're looking for, I'm going to look for ventilation. And that's where it does act like Google and it brings up anything related to ventilation. So then you basically just got to scroll through there and find the appropriate thing that you wanted to do. I wanted to find, if I didn't know, where do I find safety bulletins again? Scroll down, oh, here it is. There's my last safety bulletin available in regards to ventilation. So there is that fail-safe way of, I've had a look through everywhere, I forgot what I learned last time, was it training, where was it? Just jump up and search. Unfortunately, yeah, you'll have to scroll through and find it. But yeah, they're basically the newest things that I've noticed come up on the internet. As I said, we don't get training on the internet. You don't get here's a learning curve, jump on here and look at this. It's, hey guys, I've noticed this popped up, have a play around yourself. Some guys are great on computers, other people might not be, so other people not too sure where to look. So yeah, basically you've got Station Portal, all your links in there. Otherwise you've got your tabs up top, which are your main options, and in the last case is that search option there. So if you're going to have a go, Beery, if you're alright, if I say to you, can you maybe find Learning Hub, if you can log yourself into Learning Hub.
So get out of this?
Yeah, you can get out of that. Let's go from the start. So
close it here?
Yep, close that. If you were to go, can you open up the internet? See if you can find any link to Learning Hub.
So I'd come down here and click here.
Yep.
Log in.
Beautiful. So once again, you look similar to me. You've done all those electrical awareness programs.
Courses.
Yep. So they're all the courses you've done.
Electrical awareness, basic life support.
Yeah, and then on the right again, as said, if you want to learn up in other areas, something like that, you've got basically all the other available courses you can do. You log in, and it's real straightforward from there. It runs you through where to click on and what to do. So, perfect.
Excellent.
Easy. All right, you exit out of that. So it's up the top. You can either log out, and just log out, and then just close it from the top. Beautiful. Anyone any questions about new things on the internet or stuff they've struggled to find before or?
Where do I find recommended practices?
Yep. So once again, log on to the internet. It's perfect, they've actually loaded the homepage for us, so it's the first one that comes up. There's a few options, so I like to go through Station Portal. Up the top you've got your main one. I always just, this is the one I'm used to down here, so I jump on down here.
Yep.
And then you've got in your folders equipment recommended practices, or the appliance. Equipment one's our main one. Basically, you jump on there and then it's all categorized for you, depending on what tool you're searching for. It's all there.
Yep.
That's the main one. Or you can, as I said, you can go into publications, which has the main policies, everything there. You've got another link to it there. So it's good in a way that there are 5 or 6 options throughout the pages for each option. That's how they've chosen to run with it. So yeah, if you forget one way, if you just have to scroll down, if it's not on the right hand side, it can be loaded again in this section here. Come down the bottom, there's links again.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyone else?
No, that's good.
Anyone else good with? Yeah. Beautiful. Alright, so yeah, so that's basically the newest products they've put on. As I said, now I've noticed it's being loaded on the right. That's basically, they put it big and bold. That's where all the new information is. Especially if you're wanting to learn on ventilation, which we will do in our next subject. Learning Hub's probably the best thing to learn, as there are questions there. It's not, as I said, it's not a compulsory. There's no, oh, you failed, you've got to go and do this. If you fail, you just redo it again. It's just a good way of learning instead of just reading, going, oh yeah, I know that, and you walk off and forgot. They just retest you.
Sounds great.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you for that, guys.
One quick one, Ben. Before we go, the phone book and things online there too. So can you show us where there is?
Beautiful. So up top, once again, you've got phone book in there. If you want to look up basically someone from the station, you can type in either you've got surname or service number. There's a few options for if you're not really sure, if you think he's, hang on, is he at a station? Type in the station number. If you go, I don't even know that, I know he's on deep or doing, log it in there, and that's a good option, the phone book. There's quite a few options there to, yeah, if you need to contact
That sounds
someone.
pretty easy to use. That's good.
Yeah, it's nice and simple. So
And that link's just up there at the top, right? Is there a link on the station portal?
there it is. So if you go to Station Portal again, you basically have a phone book in the red.
Oh, yeah. It's all there on the station portal,
Yep.
isn't it? It's
Station Portal can be a
brings it
little
all
bit
together almost.
confusing as they're in folders. They've done a nice little arty design on what there is. The fire tube being a TV, the phone book being an old book. So if that confuses you, you've got your tabs up top, which you can ink
That's
to
good.
look through there. So yeah, it's pretty fail safe. It's they're all there. It's more just, as I said, they don't train us. They have a play around and look yourself. But yeah.
Let's get learning.
Let's get learning. Beautiful. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.